Hey, welcome to Forest County, Pennsylvania and the Forest County Outback channel, where we combine history with the outdoors. Now today we're going to a stream that I've never been on before. So there are supposedly 2 sawmill sites on there, and we're going to go see what we can find. So we're going to Prather Run, and like most of our streams around here, it has had multiple sawmill sites on it, and I've been able to document 2 of them. I know where one is because a viewer sent me a heads up on it, gave me the location and some photos. The other one we don't know about, but we're gonna have to look for it. So like I said, never been here before, really don't know what's out there. This is Forest County Outback number 62, sawmill hunting on Prather Run. Now one of the reasons I haven't done this stream before is the easy access from East Hickory is blocked by private property. And the other option is to go over the mountain and come in from the 3/6s and down into the valley that way. There's lease roads up through here, but they're usually gated. They're open for hunting season, which is now, so that's why we're here today. We're taking advantage of those gates being open. Okay, we have reached Prather Run, and the known mill is down that way. And what we're going to do, we're going to walk upstream a little ways here and see if we can find the other mill, and then we're going to head on down to the mill we know about and keep on going down till we hit private property. All right, so we have reached the site of the sawmill. There's the boiler house, and the mill was down here. And I gotta believe it extended across the stream. Then we have a cutout here for the boiler house, or in front of it. But you can see the stones. Classic boiler house. Now we've got 2 possibilities for who operated this mill. One was Woodcock and Byam, and they shut down operations in 1897 on Prather Run. The other possibility, and I'm kind of leaning towards this one, was James Church. And he was here, we know that, in 1902 because there's a accident report in a paper. One of his workers climbed under the mill to clean out a conveyor belt and stood up into the moving saw, and he amazingly was not seriously injured, and he recovered. But you see these depressions in the ground where there were timbers, and the mill extended from here all the way up there. A lot of times what they would do, they would build the mill over the stream, and they just dumped their sawdust into the stream even though it killed fish. But at that time, that wasn't a very big concern. Now, I have looked around this area, seeing if I could find any sign of habitation. There had to be some cabins in that here, but I haven't, which is not a surprise. They would have been very flimsy, very hastily built, knowing that they'd be torn down in a few years. But other than those two names, I really can't come up with anything on this mill. You see, this was very clear that this was excavated to accommodate the mill. It had to be a lot wider than this. That's why I say it was built over the stream. Although, we'll go over there, see if we can find any evidence of the mill over there. That mill, by the way, I pasted off. It's about 65 or maybe even 70 feet long. Now you see this bank over here is cut nice and straight. So I didn't see any evidence here on the left side of the stream of any supports or that, but I have no doubt that this mill spanned this creek. And I have seen no evidence of a dam here. As I said, most of these streams had multiple mills on them, and there are, we've discovered some that there's no record of. There are probably hundreds of mill sites here on these streams that have been forgotten, that were never recorded. You really have to do a lot of digging through property records and this and that. And to be honest, that's not my thing, to sit in a courthouse and leaf through that stuff. That's where a research assistant comes in. So what we're going to do, we're going to head down the stream a little ways, see if there's anything else I don't think we're going to make it all the way to the boundary line, property boundary, because I do have to be mindful. We have short days, winter, and I need to get back to the truck. I didn't think to bring a headlamp with me. I thought I'd be out here sooner than this. So we're going to make a head downstream for maybe, I don't know, half hour, whatever, and see what we can find, and then turn around and head home. Yeah, I just happened to glance down in the stream, and this caught my eye. I don't know how well that's going to show up with the reflection, but that's a piece of boiler grate there in the stream. Hey, before we move on, I want to thank all of you guys for watching the channel, for supporting the channel, whether it's subscribing, giving us a like, a share, a comment, whether you have purchased any of our merch, or the new calendars and new photographs, made a donation, or your good thoughts. It all matters. It all counts, and we thank you for that. So remember, we do have the 2026 calendar. It's not quite available yet, but we are taking pre-orders, and I'll put a link to that in the video description. This time I'll remember. The last time I was going to do it and I forgot, and I corrected it about 2 days later. Sorry. I'll try real hard to remember this time, and thank all you guys for your support and your good, nice comments and encouragement, and things like this, tip-offs like this, that really helps. So thanks a lot, and keep watching. Hey, I think we're going to cut short our exploration of Prather Run. I've got to see the primary thing I wanted to see, but I'll tell you what, as some of you know, I had a bout of Lyme disease over the summer, a severe bout of Lyme disease, and truth is, I'm still recovering from that, and man, this is rough country, and I don't have it, basically. So I'm going to head back to the truck. The other thing is, I'd like to do some more research. There is supposed to be another sawmill up here. I want to try to narrow that down, and I'm seeing some trenches in here. There was iron mining or ore mining over here. That was taken to the cross furnace, and I'm seeing some trenches that I think look like they may be open pit mines, and I want to do some more research on that. So we'll be back another day when I'm feeling a bit better and I have some more information. Hey, so on our way back here, I walked past this earlier, and this looks like there was a structure here. So I'd say, Prather Run is it looks like a target-rich environment. I definitely want to do some more research and give it the attention it deserves. Huh. Okay. Hey, I got a little add-on here from the previous video, which was 61 Bob's Creek in the unknown. So I'm back down along Tinus Creek at the unknown site. So we looked at the sawmill there, and You know, really didn't know who operated it or that. We had our idea, it might be the May brothers. But I stopped here a couple days ago and looked around up here on this flat on the bank above the mill. And I found a couple more pieces of the puzzle of this site. And I didn't have a camera then, but I do now, so we're going to do a quick look-see at what I found. So we have this flat above the creek and above the sawmill, and this would be a perfect area for stacking lumber and setting up your housing. Well, what do we have here? This is a stone-lined well. Let me move some of the brush out of the way here. Okay, there you can see a little better. So somebody was living up here. This is a dead giveaway. So I started to look around, see if I could find any foundations. As you know, most of these buildings were temporary, and sometimes it's hard to find anything remaining of them. So the well is back that way. And as we come up here, we see a series of stone piers. One there under the weeds. You got the 2 rows there, then we got another row here. This is a pretty good sized building. Probably a bunkhouse. That's stone. I'm sure there's another one over in that area. So is this contemporary with the sawmill? I would say that is highly likely. Now, so far, this is the only sign of habitation that I found, but you know, who knows what's under some of these brush piles. So that's it for Forest County Outback 62 sawmill hunting on Prather Run. Now remember, this channel is real history done by real people. That we use none of that AI slop you're seeing all over the internet these days. So please support us. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Visit our stores and our donation page. There's links in the video description below. And thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.